If true crime cases fascinate you, especially the ones that shake your core and leave you with more questions than answers, hit like and subscribe, because today's case is one of the darkest you'll ever hear. In the rural village of Musahari, Bihar, India, surrounded by poverty, dust, and silence, a chilling secret festered in the mind of a boy no older than a second grader. Amarjeet Sada wasn't like other children. He didn't cry when he fell. He didn't laugh when playing. He watched quietly, eerily, and no one knew what he was truly capable of. The families in the village lived modestly. Children played in the dirt, mothers cooked over open flames, and everyone knew everyone. But what they didn't know was that a serial killer was growing up right under their noses. The first known killing happened in 2006. Amarjeet was just 7 years old. His victim, his own 6-month-old cousin. While the baby's mother stepped away, Amarjeet took the infant and strangled him. Then, with no hesitation, he smashed the baby's head with a brick. His parents knew. They knew what he had done. But in a community gripped by poverty and shame, they said nothing. They buried the horror. They thought or hoped it was a one-time thing. But it wasn't. Months later, Amarjeet did it again. This time, it was his own baby sister. The same chilling method. Strangulation. Blunt trauma with bricks. Again, his parents stayed silent. The third victim changed everything. 6-year-old Khushbu was the daughter of a neighbor. She was playing outside like always. Amarjeet approached her and offered to play. Trusting him, she followed. When she didn't return, panic erupted in the village. Parents searched. Hours passed, and then Amarjeet was questioned. He didn't lie. He didn't run. He simply pointed in the direction of a field. Villagers followed him, and what they found broke them. There, in the bushes, was Khushbu's battered body. Her head crushed, her face unrecognizable. And Amarjeet, he stood by, emotionless, almost proud. The police were called immediately. Officers reported that Amarjeet spoke of the murders with a smile. He described the steps casually, as if recounting how he brushed his teeth. One officer said it was like talking to someone without a soul. But as horrific as his confession was, the system had its limits. Under Indian law, a child under the age of 18 cannot be tried or sentenced as an adult, no matter how gruesome the crime. Amarjeet Sada was the eldest child in a poor, deeply struggling family. Psychologists who examined him suggested he may have suffered from conduct disorder or early psychopathy. But was he born this way? Or was it years of neglect, violence, and a lack of any emotional nurture that carved this darkness into him? No official diagnosis was ever publicly confirmed. What we know is this: Amarjeet showed no remorse, no sadness, no empathy, not even for his own baby sister. Amarjeet was arrested in 2007 and sent to a juvenile home. There was outrage, fear, confusion. People demanded answers and justice. But justice, at least in the traditional sense, wasn't possible. Because of his age, Amarjeet could not be sentenced to prison. He would be held in a children's correctional facility until the age of 18. The village of Musahari was never the same. Parents became paranoid. Children were kept indoors. And for years, the name Amarjeet Sada became synonymous with the unimaginable. By 2016, Amarjeet turned 18. He was released, and then he vanished. As of 2023, there is no public record of where he is. No name change confirmed. No sightings. Nothing. He could be anywhere, working beside someone, living under a new name, watching, Imagine being the mother who knew your son murdered her daughter. Imagine being the father who buried two of his children and still stayed silent. Imagine being the officer tasked with interviewing a smiling 8-year-old boy who just described murder like it was routine. This isn't just a story about crime. It's a story about silence, about fear, about the darkness that can live even in the smallest bodies. Can someone be born evil, or are they made? And if a killer is just a child, how do you hold them accountable? Maybe the most terrifying part isn't what Amarjeet did, but the idea that he might still be out there, watching, waiting, blending in. If this story shook you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think. Can someone like Amarjeet ever truly be rehabilitated? More chilling true crime stories are on the way. Stay safe and stay aware.